It's Sunday morning, it's race day. I'm here in my hotel, but I'm on my way out the door. It's about 5 o'clock. I have my oatmeal here, and I had pasta last night for lunch and dinner, and then a little bit of pasta after my last run on Friday as well, which was a 2-mile run. So I think I'm ready to go, and I guess I'll see you at the race.
Washed up on a lonesome shore, so crushed and tired. If you're curled up on the kitchen floor and the house is on fire, if you couldn't feel further from redemption, you're the closest you've ever been. Rock bottom is a firm foundation. You see, my friend, this is not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. This is not a midnight, it's a brand new morning when it dawns on the dark. No, this is not the moment when it all falls apart. It's a beautiful place to start.
Hey, so I'm here after the race, 13.1 down at Virginia Tech. Yay! It was a really good run. Note to self and note to you, always look at the course map before you actually train for a run. I did not do that this time, even though I knew I was supposed to do that. And it was very hilly. I didn't train for that. However, because I did a lot of plyometrics and sort of power jumps that are included in plyometrics on the off season, it really helped me on the hills. I also did a lot of squats and lunges, so I sort of used my muscles to power up the hills. I think I had a hill almost every mile towards the end, while I also had a gradual climb for most of the race. It did have a couple of downhills, but it was probably the hilliest run I've ever run. However, I did really good. I had about a 10.45 minute mile. That's just an estimate. I have to go back and look at the actual race time. But I was really pleased with the run. Everything went well, and we'll talk more later.
So I finally did it. I completed my half marathon and the race was a success. So during my half, I accomplished both of my goals. Not only did I complete the race while running its entirety, but I also beat my goal time and ran a 10:45 mile. So in training, my goal was 11:08. So I'm extremely happy with that, especially since the course ended up being super hilly. Now my total time was 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 32 seconds. So I know that might be kind of slow for some, but I'm speaking to mainly beginners and individuals like myself that have sort of taken a break from running and are just getting back into it. Now, I've never been an extremely fast runner, but I do notice over time that when I run consistently, after a while, my time starts dropping significantly. So I can say to all those fast and slow, whether your goal is just to finish or PR, just keep going. You have to realize that running is not an easy sport to get into because at the beginning, you will feel uncomfortable and you will want to quit. So if you hate it now, it's the consistency and the continuous practice that will make you like it and eventually over time enjoy it. So I know there are many things that I pointed out in a previous vlog where I discussed tips for training day. Well, I actually recorded that after my race day. So some of those were things that I did really well, and others were things that I knew to do, but I totally forgot to do them, or I just took them for granted. And they could have totally messed up my race, but thank God they didn't. Mainly, I want to emphasize a few key things. Go over the course map. The run was so hilly, and if I wouldn't have trained so hard prior to the start of my half marathon training, I wouldn't have done nearly as well. I really didn't practice hills too much. I had a couple of hilly encounters during my trail runs, but I didn't plan for that kind of run because I never looked at the course map to even review the elevation. The next thing that I took for granted is that since I had no problems during my long runs with my clothes that I was wearing, I just assumed that I'd be okay on race day. But I didn't consider my undergarments. So as a result, I did end up with a couple of irritations, mainly from my sports bra. There was definitely some chafing under my arms and on the band on my chest. So fortunately, it didn't affect my race, but it could have actually hindered my progress. So next time I'm going to practice what I'm wearing underneath and even try that glide stick that's supposed to minimize friction. And the last thing was the pre-race meal. I had to travel almost 5 hours to the race by car, so I just stopped at an Italian place once I got to Blacksburg and picked up some pasta. And the meal was so good. The sauce was so good. I really enjoyed it. But then the next morning, I woke up feeling sort of queasy. So the next time, I will eat what I know. And if I'm going on the road like that, I will consider bringing my meal with me. But like I said, I would just consider it because I am sort of adventurous. So I can't make any promises with that because I like to try new things when I'm in a new area. But this is just something that I want you to consider if you have to travel out of town for a race. Well, that concludes my half marathon journey. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. I'm new to YouTube, so if you like, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time on the road.